This topic called multitasking, that you're talking about doing many things at once. People think that there's such a concept as multitasking. Really, you cannot do two tasks at once. The brain cannot contain two ideas or two thoughts or two tasks at once. What you're doing, perhaps when you're driving and texting at the same time, is you're not multitasking. What you're doing is you're looking up and looking down, looking up and looking down. So what you're doing is concurrent, one after the other tasks, but it's not multitasking. So you're doing two different activities, one after the other, or a number of 10 activities going on at the same time, but not at the same time, one after the other. And therefore, you're not doing justice to any one of them because you're not really present in the moment.
My mentor says multitasking is defined as doing a bunch of things at once or doing several things at once, but you're not actually doing them at the same time. You're just doing a bunch of things badly.
Right.
That's how he defines multitasking and why you shouldn't do it.
So does that affect our relationship? Meaning, if we are multitasking, if you're doing 10 things at once while we're having this conversation, and let's say we ended up having a face-to-face conversation, how would that affect our connection, our relationship, our understanding of each other?
Well, because if I was super distracted during this conversation and I was doing other things while you were talking, I would have no idea what you said. I wouldn't be able to answer your questions or, discuss your points. Or if there was something I disagreed with, discuss that. I would have no way to do that because I wasn't listening. A conversation, no one would listen to us if it was you talking and I was going, oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. So it's not a good conversation. Having a conversation with someone who's actively using their phone is awful. It sucks because you're not having a conversation with them. You're having a conversation with probably 15% of their brain. And especially if that person happens to be scrolling Instagram, then their brain's changing topics every 15 seconds. So if you're having one conversation with them and their brain is going a million miles an hour, then unless my conversation happens to also change topics every 3 seconds, which to be fair, sometimes it will, but that it's not your brain can't do, like we said, you can't multitask. So going back and forth between one long topic and a bunch of completely unrelated topics back and forth, just can't, your brain can't do that.